Let me ask you about Sean Spicer's flub yesterday, where he made the comment equivocating or comparing the relative horrificness of Hitler with Syria's Assad. Give me the most favorable interpretation of Sean Spicer. Saying he's unintelligent, plenty of people are saying that, and plenty of pundits are saying that. Is it that he's not used to this frequency of press interaction, and therefore it's just weighing on him, the grind of it, and he's slipping up, he's not fully processing thoughts? Is it that the level of international policy is beyond him, that as formerly the spokesperson for the Republican Party, he wasn't used to talking about international affairs and crises? Give me the most favorable assessment or explanation.
Well, look, I do think that there's a learning curve for anybody who's entering this position as press secretary because of all of the policies that you have to be familiar with and able to discuss and elaborate on a daily basis. So that probably factors into this. But, I don't think that this is anything more than a routine gaffe that any press secretary has made. Was it particularly bad at this time? For the Jewish community? It absolutely was. But he did come out and apologize immediately afterwards, after issuing 2 statements of clarification. And I think that he's learned a valuable lesson in terms of not making comparisons to, Adolf Hitler.
I don't think it's a routine gaffe. I think on a scale of stupid gaffes, and again, as some people were saying last night, I was watching Don Lemon's show, I don't think anybody is accusing Sean Spicer, and certainly not me. I do not believe he is anti-Semitic. I do not believe this was an intentional thing. I just believe that he's so fatigued by this job, he can't even process thoughts straight. It's such a bad gaffe to start saying Assad is worse than Hitler, and Hitler didn't use chemical. You have to be so stupid to not think about gas chambers, or so scrambled.
Yeah, I do think that he's probably a bit overwhelmed in this position, but there are actually people who are suggesting that this was an anti-Semitic gaffe. You had the minority leader in the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, call for his resignation and to suggest that he is a Holocaust denier. So I do think that this has received a bit more attention than it deserves. It's been overblown.
And also on this comment of him using the word Holocaust centers, I watched that clip, and what happens is, and I know this as someone who does a fair amount of live stuff, he gets halfway through the sentence and he realizes, oh no, I'm digging myself in a hole, I don't know how to get out of this, and then he quickly calculates, do I use the phrase gas chambers or not? Starts realizing that could be a worse term to use, and how is he placing that term in the sentence, and then tries to use some term that seems like an okay term to use. I don't see how anyone could accuse him of being a Holocaust denier. He clearly came out and made the apologies, and he's clearly distraught by the situation.